Should be live-ish.
Ooh, live on live. What's up, Facebook? On the Roughneck Real Estate page, we're up here chopping it up with Brian Harper and Thomas. We're out here. Look, we've been talking about a lot of things. Here's something that I came up with last week. I came up with this all on my own. I was in a mobile home park forum, and they were in there, and they're like, hey, I want to know what formula do you use to make a quick evaluation on a mobile home park. So you'll start hearing things whenever people talk about multifamily. You'll hear terms like NOI, which is net operating income, cap rate, which is the rate of return you want to make on your investment, which you need to know NOI. You'll hear debt service coverage ratio, which is the trap that the bank will set on you with your NOI. Debt service coverage ratio is how much of your NOI you're going to use to make your monthly payment, because NOI does not factor in your monthly payment. All of this shit can be really confusing for the new person, so I came up with a formula that was very, very simple for everybody to figure out, okay? So I came up with a constant. Everybody that's ever done a math class knows what a constant is. This constant can change, will need to be reevaluated depending on what debt service you have access to. In other words, if you're getting a 30-year AM loan versus a 20-year AM loan, if you're getting 6% interest versus 4% interest, if your expenses, which come out of your NOI, are 30% rather than 50%, this constant will change. But for the properties that we own today, I took our best 2 mobile home parks that we'd ever bought that are performing, and I backed into this formula. So what's a constant? The constant is the number that doesn't change. My constant is 0.022. That's the constant. Okay? So 0.022 is your percentage of rent to your purchase price. Okay? Percentage of rent to total purchase price. So you want to collect every month 0.022% of the purchase price. Pretty simple deal. Okay? So let's run a couple of problems out. Thomas, you got a calculator around? Ryan, you want to run the calculator? Who wants to run the calculator? I got my calculator here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If I'm looking at a mobile home park or apartment complex or anything of that nature, and I want to know, what does my offer need to be? I only need to figure out one thing from the owner to use this constant. That is the gross rents. Gross rents.
I got it.
Hold on. Gross.
Am I just standing in the picture?
Rents, probably.
Oh, what?
I'll take a calculator. Gross rents. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to divide it by 0.22, which again is the percentage of the purchase price. So if I take gross rents and I divide it by 0.22, it's going to equal my purchase price. Now, this constant will put you buying, this is cap rate for those of you that just got here, at around a plus or minus 15 cap. It'll give you a plus or minus 1.8 debt service coverage ratio. NOI is going to be NOI. It's going to be the number you'll need to figure. Your expenses, there's a whole lot that goes into NOI. We'll do an NOI video one day that'll exclusively tell you this. But this little problem, this little math problem right here will give you quick hitting ability in the field. So if I ask a landlord that owns 25 unit apartment complex, I say, hey bro, you got 25 units here, 25 unit apartment complex. What are your gross rents today? Not what do you think they can be, not what, could they be if everything was full? How much money did you collect over the last 6 months per month? And if it averaged $16,000 a month, I got 16,000. And I'm going to divide it by 0.022. 2 equals
727272.
there we go. 727272 dollars should be your purchase price. Okay? That should be your offer. That should be where you start out at on that property. If it's $18,000, if it's $20,000, this is where you should buy it. This puts you buying at a plus or minus 15 cap with a 1.8 debt service coverage ratio. So let's look at it. I'm going to show you how I got this constant because I think it matters. This is a great math problem. But we're going to go into the NOI on this. So if I'm collecting $16,000 a month, I got 40% for expenses, so I'm going to do times 0.6, and that's going to leave me with $9,600 a month times 12 months in a year equals $115,000 NOI, okay? $115,000 NOI. If I take, who's got the mortgage calculator? Who wants to run me a mortgage app, or do I need to get that out? Or do you got the 10BI down, sir?
I've got it down, but I can start with that.
I'm going to bust out my mortgage app. Here's what the gurus won't tell you about multifamily investing. This is buying with a lot of equity. This deal is really hard to find. But if I take this 727,272 and I put it on a 6.25 interest rate with a 20-year AM, that's a $5,315 a month payment. If I take that $5,315 and multiply it by 12, because there's 12 months in a year, that's $63,000. $63,000 that I'm going to write right here. Ooh, if I can get the lid off this marker. $63,000 going to debt service. And I put too many zeros on here. So $63,000. If I divide $115,000 by 63, just to give us a quick clear, 115 divided by 63 equals a 1.82 debt service coverage ratio, which means you'll actually make some money. Because in this scenario, 115 minus 63 means you made $52,000 a year for this much debt. The other thing is, if you're buying at a 15 cap and this thing will appraise at a 12 to 9 cap, you'll have $0 invested whenever you go to refi. And that is the constant. Gross rents divided by 0.22 equals purchase price. You can do that in the field anywhere. I just ran the whole deal down. That's the reality of it. It changes if you've got a different debt service. You know, this is based on a 20-year AM loan from anywhere from 6 to 7% interest, maybe even up to 8% interest. I don't know. I haven't ran it out. The lowest debt service coverage ratio we'll buy is like a 1.6, 1.5, somewhere in there. We will not do what the banks will allow, which is 1.25. You got a shitload of shit to Google when you get off of here. I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate Propelio for opening up their studio. This was just a chop it up session for Thomas, so y'all should thank Thomas for this. He said, man, we should go live on your page. I'm like, bro,
Take a bow.
take a bow, Thomas. Look, hey, we just mathed it up.
Just grab the road.
It's a, yeah.
Grab the road.
What's up?
Thanks for watching, everybody.
You're not on camera, though.
Peace.
Wait.
We're on camera now.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for being here, guys.
Thanks,
We
Corey.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Corey.
No problem. I'm about to head home from here. Later.